Hey, I'm Caylakat. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing beginner tips for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I already have a couple beginner tips videos up on my channel, but this one will be updated for 2022. There was a big 2.0 update that happened around November of 2021, and I'd like to update this video so it's 100% perfect. I stream Animal Crossing New Horizons every day on Twitch, so if you ever have any more questions or you want to hang out with me and my community, please come on over. I'd love to have you. And if you need anything at all in Animal Crossing New Horizons, please come over to my Twitch and ask me, or you're more than welcome to join our Discord. My Discord server is linked down below in the description box, so be sure to join if you have any questions or want to make some Animal Crossing friends or want to talk to me more. I'm always there too. We have a bunch of channels, including a giveaway channel, a looking for items channel, friend codes channel, and Animal Crossing questions channel, amongst lots of other channels, but those are some particularly useful ones for new players. If you come over to my Twitch and mention this video, I'll be sure to give you a million bells or whatever you need, items, bells. I would love to help you in any way I can, and I'm sure my community would love to help you as well. So this video will be broken up into different sections. I can expand on any of these sections and make a full-length video like for each section, but these are just like some quick tips that like you definitely need and will help you out, but I'm happy to expand further on any section. Just let me know down below in the comments what you want to see. Part 1, first week tips. So these are just really quick tips for the first week of starting your island. I'm happy to make a full-length video about like everything you should do during your first week, but these are just like some simple quick tips that will really help you out. So one of the very first things you'll have to do in Animal Crossing is choose a name for your character. Something very important to note is that you can never change this name. Make sure it is capitalized, because if you make it lowercase, you literally can't ever change it and you'll always be lowercase loser. This also applies to your island's name. You'll be asked to choose an island name a little bit further into the game. It won't be like right when you start. It's a little bit later, but it's the same day. When you start the game, Timmy and Tommy are going to give you 4 different island maps to choose from. Something to note is that you can pretty much terraform a lot of things like rivers, cliffs. You can change a good amount of your island, so don't worry too much about those things. However, these are some things that you can't change that you should definitely look out for. You can't change your airport or resident services location. Now, a lot of people get really picky about where to put the resident services. I would say that most people recommend to put your airport and resident services as far away from each other as you can, so you have optimal space for decorating. For me, if I had a chance to restart my island, I actually think I would like to put my airport and resident services kind of parallel to each other, so I can make like a really nice grand entrance leading into resident services. But it's totally up to you. I know it's a little bit hard to think about what you want to do in the beginning of the game. You're overwhelmed. There's a lot of things going on. You don't know what you want to do yet. I think if you don't know what to do yet, maybe just put them far away from each other so you have a good amount of space to decorate with. And 2 other things that you can never change are the river mouths. So think about if you want the river mouths to be facing south or east or west, because you can't ever change those. You can't ever terraform your beaches or change your beaches, and you can't change your dock/pier. So once you're done answering all the questions with Timmy and Tommy, and you've seen the little like flyover video, once you arrive to your island, there will be 2 villagers waiting for you. These are called your starter villagers. It'll always be 1 jock villager and 1 sisterly villager. Feel free to restart your game as many times as you want until you get your perfect 2 villagers, because it will take a good amount of time before they ask to move out. So if there's a villager that you don't vibe with, restart. You can even look online, look at all the jock villagers, look at all the sisterly villagers, and it's like a little baby villager hunt. Like, keep restarting the game as many times as you want until you get someone that you like. So all you have to do to restart is just close the software without saving. So click the home button, click X on Animal Crossing, it will say close the software, and then you basically have to do it all again. You have to answer all the questions with Timmy and Tommy, choose an island map. So just note that it will kind of take a while. It will be a lengthy process because you have to answer all those questions again, but it will be totally worth it if you get some villagers that you really love. When you start catching fish and bugs, whenever you catch a fish or bug for the first time, you're going to want to donate your first one to Blathers. First, you're going to want to give fish and bugs to Tom Nook. Then Tom Nook will call his friend Blathers. Blathers will come to your island the next day or so, and you have to give more fish and bugs to Blathers in order for his museum to be fully built. It's the first time ever that you've caught a creature. It'll say yes. And if it's a duplicate, it won't say yes in the text. So that's a really good way to keep track of who you've caught and who you haven't. So make sure you only sell duplicates. This is a really quick tip. In the beginning of the game, Tom Nook will ask you for some tree branches. And something to note is that you can shake trees multiple times to get multiple tree branches. It's not just one tree branch per tree. Just keep shaking it and you'll get like 10. One of my most commonly asked questions on stream is how to build Able Sisters. So this is something that doesn't necessarily happen within the first like day or two, maybe like day 3, 4, 5, Mabel will come to your island. She'll be in the plaza. So make sure that you buy as much as you can from Mabel the first time she visits your island. And then the second time she visits, do the same thing. Then when you're done buying items, try to talk to her like a bunch of times. And eventually she'll say, hey, I would love to open up a store on your island. So this might not take only 2 days. I've had friends who say it takes like 3 or 4 different visits. For me, it only took 2 visits. It really depends. Just make sure you buy a bunch of stuff to her and keep talking to her, and she'll ask to move in on your island. The next thing I want to talk about is villager hunting, which is easily the best part of Animal Crossing. So when you have an empty plot on your island, you can go villager hunting. You go to the airport, use a Nook Miles ticket to go to a mystery island where there will be a villager waiting for you, and you can choose whether or not you want to take them, and you can go to multiple islands until you find the villager that you're looking for or you want to bring to your island. When you first start the game, of course you have your 2 starter villagers that Animal Crossing already provides for you. But after that, Tom Nook is going to give you 3 different plots. So after you craft everything you need for those plots, they will be free. So make sure that you villager hunt, because otherwise those plots will autofill and you'll get random villagers. And it's just more fun to be able to choose who you want for your island. This requires Nook Miles tickets. Quick ways to get some Nook Miles to get Nook Miles tickets is to go to your Nook Miles Plus, make sure you do all those little quick things. And I would also say to quickly scroll through your Nook Miles activities. There's some really easy ones like writing on your bulletin board. So that's a great way to rack up some Nook Miles. A really quick way to get some Nook Miles tickets is to ask online, join my Discord server. I would love to give you, I have so many Nook Miles tickets. Like I would love to give you them. And you can also come over to my Twitch and just ask me directly and I'll give you some Nook Miles tickets there as well. So yeah, you need a good amount of Nook Miles tickets if you're looking for specific villagers or just you want to go hunting for a long time. So something to note with these 3 plots is that normally you can only hunt for 1 villager per day, but in the beginning of the game, when you have those 3 plots, you can actually go villager hunting for 3, which is so much fun. So bottom line, when you get those 3 empty plots, make sure you are ready to villager hunt, make sure you have your Nook Miles tickets ready, make sure you have a list of villagers that you want, or you're just like open to cuties, whatever. Because if you don't go villager hunting, those plots are going to autofill, usually by 5 a.m. the next day. So make sure you got time and materials, baby. So if you're trying to get to the other side of your island in the beginning of the game, you don't get a vaulting pole until like a couple days in. So something I recommend doing if you're really eager to explore the rest of your island is going to Nook's Cranny, go into the cabinet and purchase a wetsuit. Something else you can do is order it through the tent where like resident services is. If you go to the ATM, you can get a wetsuit through there. So you can basically swim to the other side of your island and go explore. Deep sea diving is a really great way to make bells, which brings us to our next section, how to make money. So unlike most tools, your wetsuit will never break. So I recommend going deep sea diving and selling those critters because they sell for a good amount of bells, and you can sell them right to Nook's Cranny. Make sure your first creature goes to Blathers and then duplicates you go sell to Nook's Cranny. But for bugs and fish, I recommend, if you can wait, selling it to CJ and Flick because they pay more money than Nook's Cranny. CJ buys fish, Flick buys bugs. Neither of them buy deep sea critters, so they'll visit your island about once a week. Unfortunately, you can't sell your bugs and fish to CJ and Flick on other friends' islands. It can only be your own islands. A really quick tip, something really easy you can do is catch wasps. You get 5 wasps on your island every day, and it's super easy to catch them. I'll give you a quick tutorial. So make sure you stand on the left or right side of the tree, holding your net. Tap A to shake the net. The wasp is gonna fall down and your character will automatically turn towards the wasp. All you have to do is click A to catch it. Bam, that's it. Something that also is easy to do and sells for a lot of money are fruit and vegetables. So I always recommend, as a first build for your island, make a nice orchard / farm. Super easy to build, really fun to build, and very profitable. So you can sell your vegetables and fruit to Nook's Cranny. Everything will sell for a good amount of bells except for your native fruit. So whatever fruit you start with, that is not going to sell for as many bells as everything else. But a really quick tip is to sell your native fruit on a friend's island, because if they don't have the same native fruit as you, it will sell for a good amount of bells. The main way to get fruit is by trading with friends, but you could also try going to mystery islands. And for vegetables, of course, you could also trade with friends, but you will purchase them yourself from Leaf, and Leaf will come to your island about once a week, maybe every other week, and you can purchase vegetables from him. And eventually, when you go to Harv's Island and unlock all those dolls, Leaf will be there as well. You could buy vegetables from him there. The best way to make like literally 1,000,000 bells is to utilize the turnip market. Daisy May will come to your island every Sunday, and she will leave at noon. There's ways you can track your own turnip prices so you can sell them on your own island. I recommend using a website called Turnip Exchange. It's really easy over there. Of course, you're welcome to post my Discord too if you're looking for an island with high turnip prices. We have a channel for that as well. But Turnip Exchange gets the job done. So another common question I get on my streams is how to get a 3-star island. So that brings us to our next section, how to get a 3-star island. Number one thing I always recommend is talking to Isabel, seeing what she's asking for, because Isabel is your girl. She's gonna help you out. She's gonna tell you what to do. So make sure you keep talking to her, saying, what else can I do to make my island better? And she will pretty much tell you what to do. I'm gonna go through a couple quick tips for getting a 3-star island. Once you get a 3-star island, you will unlock KK Slider. KK Slider will visit your island every Saturday and sing some songs. You'll unlock terraforming, which will let you terraform your cliffs, make waterfalls, rivers, ponds, whatever. Obviously extremely useful and something you definitely want to work towards. You'll unlock Captain, who will take you to Captain Mystery Islands. And you'll get Brewster in your museum. You'll get a whole coffee shop. So there's so many amazing things you unlock once you get a 3-star island. So you really want to be sure that you're working towards getting it. So you need a certain amount of trees and a certain amount of flowers. So make sure you plant a bunch of flowers, but you don't want to go overboard because flowers can grow like crazy. And if you have too many flowers, your whole island is going to be covered in them. And it is so tedious to go dig up every single one. So make sure you're really mindful about where you're placing them. Something I recommend is putting down a transparent design around the flowers because it prevents them from spreading. And also, if you really want to just take it a really simple approach, just put some fencing around it because they can't grow around the fencing. Make sure that you have a good amount of furniture on your islands. It doesn't, if you want, you could just literally put furniture all over your island. You don't have to make any sense. You could just put it down if you want to really unlock terraforming and all the benefits of having a 3-star island really quickly. You could just put furniture anywhere on your island. Also, Tom Nook will give you some fencing. Make sure you put all that fencing down, and you could also put more fencing to really secure that fencing goal, because Isabel loves fencing and she really wants you to have a good amount of it on your island for some reason. My last tip for you today is about Happy Home Paradise. So I feel a lot of people who start Animal Crossing don't necessarily know about it. So Happy Home Paradise is a paid DLC. So once you get it, you get an archipelago where you can design houses for every single villager in the game. And it is tons of fun. There are so many benefits to getting it. You unlock so many furniture pieces that you can order to bring to your own islands. You can remodel your villager houses on your island, which is by far the best thing about Happy Home Paradise. As much as you get New Horizons, you get Happy Home Paradise. So I 100% recommend it. There's so many benefits to it. Yeah, you can unlock a bunch of things from it. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch. I stream Animal Crossing every day, and I'd love to talk to you and help you in any way I can. If you need items, if you need bells, advice, just come on over. Down below in the description box, I left my Twitch link, my Discord server, all my social media links. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you sometime on Twitch, and bye!